everybody, welcome back to Spirit-Filled USA, and we're in the bourbon basement here in beautiful Morgantown, West Virginia. We've got two exciting bottles on the table. Ryan, tell the people what we're in for.
All right, so we're going to do Barrell Bourbon Company's Dovetail and their new Toasted Dovetail.
Oh,
I'm excited about that one.
Let's get into it.
Hey folks, welcome back to Spirit Filled. I am Justin.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Zach.
Welcome back to your podcast that's, well,
Not
a podcast.
Not at all.
I'm especially excited about what we've got on the table today. I'm a big fan of Barrell. I have a good friend that loves their stuff. Dovetail is one of my favorites of theirs, and I have been excited about the Toasted since they announced it. I don't know if the color difference comes through in the camera, but it's noticeable from where I'm sitting. I am quite excited to get into these.
And so your Dovetail, it's finished in, of course, rum, Cabernet, and port.
Correct.
Port.
Yep.
Ding, ding.
Yep.
You got it.
They always partner with Dunn Vineyards on their Cabernet.
I think that's the case, yeah. And the
Indeed.
base spirit is a mix of Tennessee and Indiana source. And I think they said around 10 and 11 years.
So, solid age statement.
Yeah.
Nice.
I noticed the proof's not much different on these two, and so the only difference is the Toasted has been finished another time in a Toasted.
It's actually slightly lower proof.
Wow,
Yeah.
interesting.
That's
Okay.
124.7, and this is 123.8.
Gotcha. I think Barrell, for most of their stuff, they have a few newer releases in the last few years that are watered down, but beyond that, pretty much everything that they put out was barrel proof. So it's just what they got pretty much from the source. But
Nice.
yeah.
I know almost nothing about Barrell.
Really?
And we're doing an impromptu episode because we just opened your
We did.
package that had these in it.
Yep.
So, did we do our research?
Nope.
No, we did not. Not for this episode. So, sorry, Barrell.
That's okay.
I just really wanted to get into this Toasted Dovetail.
You were in for it. Have you had other barrel expressions before? What have you had? What's your experience?
I've
Nice
had
pop.
that was a solid
It
pop.
was a good pop.
There's Seagrass,
Yep.
I think that's what it's called, which is it's a rye forward,
It
right?
is a
It's
rye,
also finished in, I think, rum and
Yeah, it's also like
Apricot.
3 or 4
apricot
finishes.
brandy,
Yeah,
apricot brandy.
Yeah. That one got quite a bit of notoriety like 2-3 years ago when Fred Minnick, I think, had voted it either at the top or near the top of
Okay.
his list. And Seagrass was selling out everywhere. Now they also do silver top and gold top versions of those. I can't remember if they do for Dovetail. They may,
The gray
but those
label?
are increasing age statements essentially.
Nice.
But,
I've
yeah.
had the Armida.
The Armina's good.
Yes. Though that is like a pear brandy finish.
think
I
so,
remember
yeah,
the
yeah.
pear being very prominent on the finish for that.
And then you also have their Infinity series, which is usually, it's quite often picks and that sort of thing, but it is like sort of I don't think it's a single barrel. I think they do blends of that, but it's been around for quite a while.
I also finished off a barrel Mizunara last year.
Oh, a Mizunara.
That came out towards the beginning of 2025, I,
had that
think.
one.
And I blazed through it. It was
Wow.
delicious.
I have not had
That was my
one.
first Mizunara finish, and loved it.
And they have like their basic, I think it's called the Foundation, which is like a 5 or 6 year
Yep.
bourbon, and then they do like
That one's-
an annual one.
I mean,
think they're
what
up to 37.
what
now.
doesn't Barrel do? I
They
feel
do
like
a lot. They do a
sometimes
lot.
you'll go into a liquor store every once in a while, and there's just half of a whole shelf. It's just all different barrel products, and they all look very slightly different, and it just confuses the heck out. You gotta sit there and go like, "What is this? What is this? What is this?" It's a little hard to keep track. I feel like that's gotten a little more under control lately, but like a few years ago, it felt like every once in a while, it was just like an Armageddon of barrels, bottles all over some liquor stores. It was wild.
At least for me, like in my whiskey experience, they were kind of the forerunners of like doing really wild finishes and numerous finishes. This Dovetail being a great example of that. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun just exploring the finished realm of whiskeys. That being said, I still quite enjoy their standard stuff. Like they have their numbered bourbons that they come out with. I've had a couple of those. I think I had like an 034 and the 035, if I remember right. Those were quite delicious. Those I think they put out once or twice a year, and then they have their I forget what they call it. It's like Happy New Year or New Year's bottle. That might have been what you were talking about. I've had that from a friend.
The ball drop barrel.
Yep. They put out a hazmat triple rum finish. I think you
Oh,
picked
we
up
had
one
that
of
at
those.
Bourbon Festival.
We did. We got
Don't
to try
you
it at
have
Bourbon
that?
Festival.
Haven't cracked it open. That might be a little late surprise in this episode.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yep. We got to try it before it was like out for sale to the public. I think they were selling it at KBF and you could go try it.
Yeah, there's still a little spot of hair on my chest growing back after drinking that one.
Because it's 140
It's a hazmat,
proof, and then they're higher in are the gray labels, I believe.
Yep.
They have the decades.
Yep. They get into
series.
gray and then gold.
Okay.
So the gray and the golds, those have a topper like this. This one's black, so that's, I guess, kind of like going with the theme with those.
All right, we need to taste this.
We do. We're chatting up Barrel quite a bit. Mostly me. Mostly me.
Snuck in a
I'm
sip
excited
here.
about this episode.
It smells like a finished
Yeah.
bourbon to high heaven. Like, I don't know, I feel like sometimes you just get like the fruity, sweet pastry notes from finished stuff. Like a little bit grapey.
Yeah.
Like classic.
Getting a little
Classic finish.
the cola. I don't know. It's like a little cola on the nose, and I want some rum finished. I get sort of that. I don't know. To me, it's like almost like a deep cola type smell on the nose.
You're saying cola, and my nose is now picking out the Tennessee whiskey in this because my brain associates cola sometimes with Jack Daniels because that was one of my first entries to whiskey as a young lad.
I'm getting like a biscuit note.
Biscuits, interesting.
Like a biscuity,
I think I'm getting like
buttery note.
like a floury biscuit almost. Like there's a flour note to it,
Like flour in what you bake with, or like what grows.
like what you bake with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not like a
Good distinction.
herbal floral.
That's true. That's true. English is quite the language, isn't it? Also, Zach, you missed a good opportunity for a pun earlier when you said high heaven. You missed hill at the end of that.
My brain wasn't in the right spot. Ooh. Okay, we haven't drank that much tonight. That was a lot of kick on the first sip for me. But it got very sweet very fast. So let's see what the second sip.
So the proof on this one sits at 124.7. These vary bottle to bottle. Or,
I don't think I was I readied myself for
Yeah.
it. Okay. The second sip is a lot better. What is that? That's okay. I have a very distinct note right off the bat.
Let's hear it.
Biscoff cookie.
Biscoff. Okay.
Yeah, that like
Yep.
like a biscuity kind of sweet flour, but also like a little molassesy kind of touch to it, like the Biscoff has. Like a little toasty brown sugar. Yeah, this is Biscoff all day, and then it's got like a fruit. The fruit starts to pick up.
I was going to say I'm getting some sort of
2/3 of the way through.
a fruit acidity there on the back of the Biscoff.
The Biscoff note hit me like a freight train. I'm going to stop saying Biscoff now. Let's move on.
We'll see. We need a Biscoff counter, like right here.
Just say yes, and we'll move along. There is... What is that? The mouth feels great.
It is.
That's why I feel like I wanted to say buttery. It's a little buttery, like a sweet butter.
How does that go? Buttery, flaky crust.
Buttery, flaky, crispy crust. Yeah, that's a great reference. We getting there, Ryan?
About the same as you all. That definitely that Biscoff, just some sort of I don't know, slight nutmeg, or like a slight cinnamon too on that sort of dark molasses.
Those
It's warming
like
and
peppery
spices.
baking spice notes really have tamed down every sip. The first one they were very prominent, and now they've faded into the background, which I think is good. So I'm getting the sweetness up front. I'm looking for there's so much fruit on the nose. I feel like I'm searching for a distinct fruity note. And with all the finishes, like I expect it, but it's not.
Right.
It's still kind of like hiding. Maybe it's kind of a.
Maybe I'm
Apple-y.
stretching, but I'm maybe finding like stewed cherries. Like it's faint. Like the notes that we've
There's
described
some.
so far, like definitely are the forefront of this. There's a fruit in there somewhere, and that's maybe what I'm getting, but it might be wrong.
I think what I'm getting, so the cherry kind of pointed me in this direction, although this is not fruit, is like a cream cheese
Oh.
kind of Danish note. Like it's got that little touch of like a sour cream cheese, and that's in a very good way. I love that note, honestly. It's got a little bit of that for me.
This is starving me. I want all these foods now.
Yep. All right, y'all. Let's give this a score. Because I think we're off to a strong start here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's gonna start?
Nose. Justin, what do you think?
I think the nose I'm going to go 3. It's solid. There's a decent amount of different things that you can pull out of it. It's not going to be the best nose you've ever had, but it's far from the worst. Very interesting. You can definitely tell it's a finished product of some kind, and there's a lot to dissect, which is fun.
Yep, I'd agree. This is my first time, of course, having Dovetail. But what really stands out is, right off the bat, it's a finished bourbon. I would say, if I could give it a quarter score, it'd be a 3.25. But I will default to a 3 on the nose.
I am less enthusiastic about the nose. I feel like the finishes take over a little bit too much. So I'm going to do a 2.5 on the nose. I feel like although the stuff is there, it's just finish on finish.
Sure.
I want more bourbon.
I get that.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's a triple finish bottle, so it's it's hard to pull some things out, but like,
yeah.
I don't know.
But different story on the palate.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about the palate? Because you want me to go first on the palate?
Yeah, go
Sure,
for it.
you're starting.
Because I'm making a big jump.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's go up to 3.5 on the palate for
Okay,
me.
okay.
I enjoy the palate a lot.
Wow, that's a whole wafer jump.
Yeah, it's a
from
whole
the
wafer
nose
jump because it's got a lot of angles to it. And the more I drink it, the more I'm getting. It's changed a lot already just from a fresh crack. So high marks for me, 3.5.
I will. I'll say a 3.25 to a 3.5. Some of what I got on the nose didn't follow through on the.
Even
on
those
the
2
palate.
5s.
I love those quarter scores.
I can't edit those in.
I know. I'll make you some new graphics of just a sliver of a communion wafer. So I'm probably at a 3.5.
It's a crumb. We'll put some crumbs though.
Yeah. I just wanted more, sort of that Biscoff, that deep molasses. I mean, you're right. When the triple finish, there's just not one thing that could have that really like stood out.
Yeah.
As far as the finishes go.
Sure. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the 3.5 on the palate as well. I do have a question. Do either of you guys pull any of the rum aspects out in the palate or the finish?
I feel like that's the nondescript sweetness in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and some of those like burnt sugars that probably undergird that Biscoffy kind of note. I feel like that's probably the rum talking.
Kudos on your vocabulary. Undergird is terrific. Yeah, I'm going to go 3.5.
I talk for a living,
That's impressive. I'm going 3.5 on the palate as well, pretty much for the same reasons you gave, Ryan. Like, the nose is inviting. It makes you think like, oh, this has a lot of interesting finishes I'm going to pull apart. And they're there, but like, it's a little hard to decipher. Nothing really particularly stands out other than, like the few notes that we gave there on the big things, the Biscoff, the warming spices. There's a nondescript fruit there as well. Yeah, it's good. It's just a little hard to parse.
On the palate, I will say this thing has legs, and it also has a good mouthfeel, nice viscosity
I
to
do
it.
like the mouthfeel a lot.
And I will, for 120, in my little, to me it drinks hot still for a 120. But then again, we probably shouldn't have started the evening on a 120.
Well,
but
hindsight.
yeah, so I would go probably a 3 on the finish.
Okay.
Yep.
To finish. yeah, I think I'm back down to a 3 on the finish. It's nice. It doesn't linger around super long, and doesn't have as many layers as the palate, so I can't score it as high as the palate.
Same score, same notes, no changes. Yep.
Bam!
So there you have it.
on the
All right.
So what do we?
The Barrell Dovetail.
Goes from a 2.5 to a
3.5 on the
3.5,
highest, so maybe a 3.
solid 3.
Yeah, it's got to be a 3 overall, right?
Yep. There you have it.
Love it when it works out real conveniently.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to open up and crack this fancy toasted version here.
That's a
What do we want to talk about while I'm doing that? Because I feel like barrelology is a thing that should happen because there's so many different like variations of these barrel expressions.
yeah.
Also, this feels like it's made out of like gunmetal.
I was
It is very hefty.
Just gonna tell you
That is
that you
wild.
will notice the heft of that cap.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah,
That caught me off guard.
So this is now their black label series, like we mentioned earlier. They have gray and gold. They make Dovetail in all 3, so I think this is their 4th version of Dovetail.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, yeah. I think they go up in price
All the
accordingly
variations.
as well.
So I wondered
All the
what the difference would be between their sort of run-of-the-mill dovetail, their black. Like, what's the gold?
To my knowledge, it's increase in age statement.
Okay.
They're gold. The difference is that it's gold. And we love gold.
While Zach and I were in Kentucky, or at the Kentucky Bourbon Fest last year, they had a run of different samples, and you could have everything from plain barrel releases and plain seagrass all the way up to a couple of gold label seagrass and Dovetail. And I was like, Zach, get some gold label pours with me because these are expensive pours and they're for free
We're not
right
gonna
now.
get it
So, or cost of entry.
This does not jump out as much. It's much softer than the other one. It's kind of nice to contrast them. It's
the
more
extra-
marshmallowy.
Like it's got more of the wood from, I guess, the extra aging and the toasting.
Yeah, and almost like a floral note to it.
Yeah, the fruity finish doesn't come through on the nose. Doesn't just kind of smack you in the face.
Yeah, this one, I don't know if I would know that it was a Dovetail just by smelling it if I didn't know
No.
what was in the glass.
No, it doesn't smell like all those finishes at all. They tamed way down.
How interesting. Yeah, for me, like the toasted wood note is what is most prominent on the nose of this one.
Do they mention how long they? 33 months? Is that how long they put it in the?
Is that what they said?
There's a
that what it
33
says?
months on the bottle.
Okay.
But
I don't know.
my
You gotta
eyes are
have
getting bad.
osprey eyes to read that.
So I
Anyway.
guess that extra 2+ years aging in some toasted barrels
That has quite the
helped
effect.
tame
That's-
this thing.
Like I mentioned at the onset of the episode, like I'm not sure if it comes out on camera, but just sitting here, there's a decent color difference between these two. The toasted is notably darker. It's not
That's
the darkest whiskey I've ever seen, but
that's so different. Why is it so different?
did you dive
I don't
in
want to
already?
spoil it for you, so I'm waiting.
All right, I'm
A
still
little bit.
processing the nose here.
But that's crazy different. The finishes are also not as prominent. It's much sweeter on the front palate. Much sweeter.
Yeah, is that
It's not Biscoff cookie though.
is it apricot?
Yeah, there's some kind of stone fruit in there. Like an apricot, maybe like a little bit of a peachy note. And just a straight it's almost like maple. Like a light maple syrup. Like, there's a big difference in taste between light maple syrups and dark maple syrups. I may be a connoisseur of maple syrups. But this tastes like a nice amber maple syrup on the front. It's that sweet.
It is quite sweet.
I didn't expect that at all.
Some of those warming spices that you mentioned on the OG Dovetail are still kind of there. I don't think they're as heavy. It may be that we went from this pour to this pour, but
There's more baking spice on this. Yeah.
I don't think
More of like a cinnamony finish.
if I didn't know what I was drinking, I would never guess that this was triple finish.
No, not at all.
no.
It's much more. There's like it's not super oaky, but there's more oak on this one.
Yeah.
That shines through more. Okay. Are you prepared to put some wafers on this?
Maybe.
I'm a little bit floored by how different these are. I thought it'd be like subtle.
Yeah, same.
It's not a subtle difference at all.
So I feel like
What happened during this 33 months?
like this one, the finishes kind of had the extra time maybe to fuse into a whole new product that is the sum of their parts, you know? More so than the original Dovetail. Like, it's not just that, oh, I can kind of tell this is a triple finish, but I'm having trouble picking things out. It's trying this, you can't hardly tell that it is a finished at all, much less a triple finish. I don't know. I feel like they just kind of ascended and hit sort of a whole new product, if you will.
Okay.
Zach got the sort of just that slightest like cheese Danish on the OG Dovetail.
Yeah.
I'm getting some sort of like I don't want to call it just like some sort of pastry, like a cinnamon roll that's almost on the savory side, like not super sweet. You know what I mean? Just like a.
It's got that. I see what you mean. How do I want to put this?
Like a cinnamon roll where it's not glazed and you use half the sugar to make it or something.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Yeah, something that's homemade and not overly sweetened.
Yeah, and is much more like well done
Yeah.
on the pastry side, right? Like not that super sweetness, but like a more like rich, not quite burnt, but there's like a bit more of a balance of flavor on this one. I've got to say though, if we're scoring this on the nose, 2.
2.
I don't get almost anything on the nose. I don't know if it's just the contrast because the first nose was so big. I'm just having a really hard time picking a lot out on the nose. It's so soft.
I kind of like the, like, not to compare, like this just smells like a solid bourbon on the nose. I'd give it at least a 3.
Yeah. I feel like my score is kind of depending on the lens that I'm looking at this at. Like, yeah, am I expecting it to give triple finished notes? If so, it fails because it does not do that. But you know, just taking it for what it is, it's a pretty solid nose. It has terrific oak notes. You know, that I don't know if you can necessarily smell the toast, but comparing these side by side, you get so much more oak and char and that kind of thing off of the nose, and I love those smells and those flavors. So I'm gonna give it at least a 3. I think on the nose. Maybe I might bend and say 2.5.
Quarter?
No.
275?
I might say 2.5 if I'm trying to be a bit more critical with it, because I agree with you, Zach. It is not a strong nose. It is not a strong nose.
It lacks for me. What about palate? This is an interesting one.
It is. It's very interesting.
So I mean, that's the whole like, are we comparing it? Or like, are we?
I'm comparing it because why else are we drinking them side by side?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to 3.5 on the palate though. I really like the palate, and you know what this reminds me of? It's not quite as good, but it reminds me of the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel Proofs. It reminds me of those. Just not quite as much of the baking spice, like, because I would imagine the Elijah Craig stuff's a little higher rye in the mash bill.
Yeah.
So it's got a little more backbone,
Granted,
backside.
we don't know what the mash bills are in these because
A little more badonkadonk.
They're Indiana
like-
and Tennessee.
More junk in the trunk.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. I do love my Elijah Craig.
Yeah, but I really like it on the palate, so I'm going to go 3.5 on the palate.
Right there with you.
Yeah, it's really good on the
I will
palate.
say the mouthfeel was actually better on the OG for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the mouthfeel on the OG it's pretty full. This one's almost, it's nearing jamminess to me, at least. I think I'm going to go 3.5 as well on the palate for this one. It's solid. It's surprising because, like we've said a few times already, you go into this expecting triple finish. Like, what am I going to get out of this? Triple finished and it's toasted.
Yep.
But I think that excess amount of time that they spent secondarily, well, I guess fourth aging this. I don't know how they blend these, but in a toasted barrel for an additional, would you say 33 months, we think? That really set this apart. It really did. But like, just from the standpoint of whiskey, it's great.
On the
On its own.
finish.
I am going to give it a 3 on the finish. 3. It has a lot, but I prefer this finish to that finish. Even though I'm giving them the same score, I just want to throw that out there. This has more oak, more spice. It's more balanced. It lingers a little bit longer. So, but it's not. I don't know. It's not quite a 3.5 for me. So I'm gonna go 3.
Pretty much ditto everything you said. I mean, it's a solid pour. Nothing stands out on this between the OG. Actually, I think the OG might have more lingering finish than this, but 3.
So what are we doing overall? This one's a little bit all over the map.
Did you do
Is
the
it?
finish?
I didn't, but I was going to say 3
Do
as
it.
well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we still in a 3 ballpark? Like, I scored it a little bit lower, but not much.
I think you had
the
a
nose.
lower low, but
On the
we
nose.
had,
Yeah, that's all that it was.
I think we had more aligned highs. So I don't know.
Regardless of how the numbers turn out, I mean, the toasted, I'd prefer the toasted to the OG.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Is they're pretty much the same, so I feel like we should give this they're close.
Yeah.
So we should give them both a 3 overall. But I think we should say which one we prefer. You just said you
Well,
like the toasted.
Let's also not forget price.
That's true.
Is the toasted more expensive?
Yes.
I think
By a
it's
significant
quite a
amount?
bit.
More than double. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think it's quite a bit. Yeah. The dovetail
Carol.
starts at like 80 or 89 or 80 or 85. I think
it's-
is what it
well,
usually is.
I got this at a pretty
You can
good
find
price
them on
'cause of the
sale.
because of the sale. But I think they're about 160
For the toasted.
for the toast.
Okay.
Yep.
What is this? Made out of pure silver? So, is that the difference?
I mean, their gold
That
labels.
price is going way up.
Their gold labels have gone for
I mean,
a lot more than
here's the
that,
thing.
yeah.
Let's get down to business here. I think I like the toasted version, just a little bit better. Overall, even though I don't really like the nose on it at all, I think it's junk. I think I just like the taste profile. It's just preference.
Yeah.
I think I would enjoy 2 or 3 pours of this more than that. I think I would get tired of that a little faster. But if the price difference is that much,
Yeah, if it's
I would give the edge to the OG.
Right.
But if the price is not an option, I'm choosing the toasted.
It's a good way to look at it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
That
think
probably
that-
muddies the waters.
yeah, and I don't think the difference between the two is an $80 difference.
No, it's not.
No, I
It's
don't.
not.
I agree with you. Like, the toasted is better, but not double price better.
So we all like the toasted a little bit better,
Yeah.
but not that much better.
Right.
All right.
Maybe like $20 better.
All right.
25
20, 30
bucks better.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. There you have it.
Okay, folks, that's going to do it for us with the Barrel Dovetails, the OG, as well as their new Toasted Black Label. What a comparison. Yeah, we kind of rated them pretty similar, pretty close. I feel like the Dovetail came up a little bit ahead on the ratings, but if you're considering cost, it is close to double or right at double the cost. So
But that cap is so fancy.
it is.
A nice cap.
We're
It's a
big
nice
fans
cap.
of really good caps and Barrel on
cap.
their higher end things.
It's a
Their
nice
black,
cap.
gray, and gold label series. Those caps are pristine and hefty.
Okay. So, yeah, to summarize, they both, I think, 3.
Yeah.
Got 3 overalls.
Yep.
We all preferred the toasted
Yep.
to the OG, but don't think
Not
it was,
enough.
Don't think it was $80
Yeah.
better between the two. So there you have it. The Barrel Bourbon Company's Dovetail OG and their Toasted Dovetail. If you see it out, maybe in a year or so, and it's not $160, pick yourself up a bottle.
Find a pour of it somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or
That's
find
the way.
That's
Find
the
a
way
pour
to
of it
go.
somewhere.
But we appreciate you joining us for another episode of Spirit Filled USA. And until we gather again,
We'll be with you in spirit.
cheers.
Cheers.